We lit, we live. Prayers up, blessings up. We lit, we live. So you pull up in here and put it in park, man. Prayers up, blessings up. We lit, we live. Let's see who pull up and put it in park. Let's see who pull up in here, man. I'm about to make some, Didi, what they do? Jose, what's popping? Golden Comb, I see you, man. Golden Hearted. That's lie. That's two, Golden's back to back. Tiffany, what they do, man? Facebook, let me know when you pull up. Drop a 4 in the comment, Facebook. Let me know you in here. Evelyn Garcia, okay, I see you, Evelyn. What's popping, man? Prayers up, blessings up. We live, man. My name is Jabez Israel. And I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. Mia, what's good? Fee, what's good? Marcus, yo, what they do, bruh? Lucy, what's good, man? Love, peace, blessings, King. Likewise, man. All love. So, you know, here's the thing, right? So, we did a Mother's Day sale, and I've been on go for like 6 days straight, right? And the sale was going to end last night, but like 3 posts that I put up went viral, and our Shopify account went to buzzing. I was like, it was like ding, 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 ding. I was like, all praises due to the creator of all things. Anyway, long story short, I was like, man, I was gonna turn it off at midnight. I was gonna like take the sale down, but I was like, I'm gonna let it slide. And it's been going nuts all day. People been grabbing the book. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna push the sale back to tomorrow. So we're doing 24-hour extension. I'll probably take it down tomorrow night, to be real with you. I'm gonna let it slide because the posts I put up are running. They're running right now. So I was like, and I said it was a sale on the post, so I don't want people to go and look and see the sale over and then boom them like that. So anyways, we're doing a 50% off sale on my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It. If you want to grab a copy, I break down the principles of how I lost 100 pounds. Still eating the foods that I like to eat. This was me in 2014. If you don't know me, I was around 260 pounds, and I lost the weight. I made my way all the way down to 160, and I lost the weight still eating the foods that I like to eat. I was eating pasta, bread, rice, chicken, steak, fish, snacks, cookies, cakes, chips. I had to learn how to choose the right versions of what I like to eat. So this is what we're doing on this live. I'm going to prepare dinner. All right. Now, you might be looking here and you might see this chicken and you say, dang, Jabez, I didn't think you eat chicken. If I want to, I will, but I'm not finna eat this. But here's me and my sons right now. Buddha Supreme and Makai over here. My wife and daughters, they up the road. They up there in New Orleans for my wife's birthday surprise / Mother's Day. So her mom, her sister, my niece, and daughters, they all up there big vibing right now in New Orleans. Shout out New Orleans. Y'all do me a favor, drop in the comments where you from, man. Let me see who pulled up in here and put it in park. Where are you from? Drop your city, drop your states in the comments, man. I see Flint, Michigan. But somebody dropped that before I even asked. Dallas, Texas in the building. Atlanta, what they do, man. Jackie from Jersey, what's good? Chattanooga, Tennessee. I love riding through Chattanooga. You got that mountain right next to that river right there. I love the way it look when we drop into Chattanooga. We ride through Chattanooga when we ride up the road. I got family in Wisconsin. So we ride from Miami to Wisconsin, and every time we ride straight through Chattanooga, and I always liked it. I'm like, Chattanooga is a vibe. I like when you ride through Chattanooga, it's like when you come in on that freeway, and it's like you come in off the mountain, and then there's Chattanooga, and you got the river, and then you got that big hill. It's like a mountain. And then it's like the mansions on top of that mountain. I was like, man, I want to know who live up there in them houses up there. It's like a row of mansions on the top of that mountain looking down at that river. I say, man, I know they got one of the best views in America. Every time Sacramento in the building, I see Sacramento, Texas, what's popping? Oh, man, Jamaica in the building, what they do, man. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Northern Bell, what they do, Queen. St. Croix, live. Detroit in the building. Chi-Town, shout out Chicago, man. Shreveport, Louisiana. This is what I'm going to do. I'm finna make a dinner, right? Now, you know, because my sons, they eat chicken. I try to encourage them not to, but I try not to push them too much to, you know, everybody ain't on my time in this house. And this is a decision that I made a couple years back, few years back, you know, when I started cutting animal flesh out of my diet. At first I tried to get everyone to do it. I tried to get my wife to stop eating meat. I've learned these new things that I was learning, and I was like, I started to be the guy that was like, y'all need to stop eating that dead animal flesh. I was him for about a couple months, and I started to see it was turning them off. You know what I mean? And I recognized that and then at the same time, I was like, I don't want to be that guy, man. You know, the one that when he learns something new, and he want to make everybody do what he doing, and you feel what I'm saying? And so I say, let me fall back. I'm not going to be like that. So, you know, they still eat the chicken and the steak and all of that. Now, what I won't allow in this house is pork. And along with a few other things. You can't bring fast food in here. I don't care if you're not even a member of this household. I laid down the law. Rachel Hammond, I just seen the order come through. Rachel is love. I don't care if you are a complete stranger. When you cross the threshold of the door, and if you got McDonald's or Wendy's or any of that, I'm gonna ask you politely to you have to eat that outside, or either throw it or let me throw it in the trash right now. I'm gonna ask it politely. But anyway, so what I'm about to do is I'm about to start cooking this chicken. Now look, on this live, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna bake this chicken. For anybody on here that like chicken, matter of fact, let me ask y'all a question because I want to see something. Because I want to be real with you. I lost 100 pounds. Kat Bolton, I just seen the order come through. Kat is love. I lost 100 pounds. I lost Zambia Sturgis. I just seen the order come through. Zambia is love. I lost 80 of my 100 pounds. I was eating chicken and steak pretty much every day. I was eating burgers, all of that. I'm gonna be honestly, it was harder for me to stop with the chicken than with the steak. I loved chicken, especially chicken wings. And I like drumsticks next to the chicken wings. I like, and then after that, I like the leg quarters. So it's chicken wings, leg quarters, thighs, and then I like the breast of the chicken. Me personally, I just loved chicken. Who on this live like good chicken? Drop a 4 in the comment if you like chicken, because if you do, I got good news. I'm gonna show you how to do this baked chicken. I'm making this for my sons, and trust me, you're gonna like this. I see the 4 dropping. Thickness, what they do, man. Jim, what they do. RP, what's popping, man. JP, what's good. Coach Henry, okay, we got some chicken eaters. Listen, Tracy Harris, I seen the order come through. Tracy's love. Now look, the chicken was hard for me to stop eating, but I did for my reasons. I'll probably get into that later in the live, but good news, I lost 80 pounds eating, chicken. So if you got to go to lose weight, we're going to be talking weight loss. I'm going to be taking questions here in a little bit. We're going to be chopping it up. I want to get this thing going because what time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock. I want to have dinner done by, let me make a goal to be done cooking by 8:20. And I'll probably be on this live till about 9 o'clock. Because look, this is probably the last live of the Mother's Day sale. Tomorrow, I'm going to relax because I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I'm tired. And then I'm about to put my foot right back on the gas because we about to launch our Eat What You Love and Weigh Less presentation to push the Kim, I just seen the order come through. Kim is love. To push the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram group coaching program that we're going to be in community, that we're going to be a weight loss community that we're launching next. And we've been building this thing up. I've been learning and growing what we're about to push, trying things, not working, some kind of working, back, email automations and for like a year to put this next play together. I'm more than excited. I got a feeling it's going to revolutionize weight loss, but that's another topic. But the point is, tomorrow I'm finna chill. So this is gonna be my last live for at least about a week, probably. Maybe not, but probably I gotta focus in. So on this live, I'm gonna make this chicken and we're gonna talk weight loss. All right, so here we go. Now, when it comes to chicken, right? First, I want to get this chicken going. If anybody got any questions, feel free to drop them. Don't hold it against me if I don't answer them, especially in the beginning of this live. just because I want to get things in motion. But if I catch them, I'll answer them. Y'all do me a favor, tap the screen. Tap the screen. If you ever got any value from anything I ever did, tap the screen, show me some love. Send this video to somebody that you know that want to lose weight. Smash the like button on YouTube if you could for me. I see we got 130 people on the live, 129 people. I got 25 likes. I'd love to see that up to about 70. I figure out of 129, 50 people, 75 would be nice. I see we're at 26 now. If y'all can smash that like button, I'd appreciate that. It boosts up the algorithm, and what it does is it puts the content in front of more people. And like I said, I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. I got to get in front of people to be able to help them. So here we go. I got these chickens from Publix. Larisha Logan. I just seen the order come through as love. Now check this out, right? Rule number one. You know, I was blessed, and I actually talk about this in my book briefly. I was blessed to live in 6 different states by the time I was 16. I was born in Wisconsin. I lived in Minnesota. I actually lived in Alaska for like 8 months. I lived in Washington State. I lived in California, Los Angeles. And I moved to Miami when I was just turned 16. And I've been here ever since. I'm 41 now. So going through that process, I lived in multiple households and had a lot of I was active. I had a lot of friends. And so I was able to see, and my mom actually white and my dad black, if you want to label it like that, just, you know, for people could understand. And so, you know, what I noticed along the way is people will cook the chicken and they won't clean the meat. And when I was younger, I didn't think nothing about it. But, you know, like, there's people out here getting the meat from the store and they drop it and they season it and they bake it. When you clean the chicken first, not only does it make good sense to do that, it tastes way better. Watch how we clean this. I got a clear bowl just so everyone can see the importance of cleaning your meat. So I'm dropping some water on them chicken drumsticks. Now watch this. Okay, let me do this. Okay, now watch. All right, I dropped it in here, and I'm just gonna, the first time when I wash them, I usually do this in the sink, and I stop the sink up, and the first time I wash them off, I just get in there like this, and I just rub them down. All right, notice how the water's starting to already turn cloudy. That's particulage coming from off of that meat. Who knows, you know, when the chicken, after it got killed and butchered, who knows, you know, what happened between that point and when they put it in the pack. You don't know. Someone could have dropped it on the ground and then just threw it in there. You don't know. So now what I do, right, and this is crucial. This is crucial. When you're doing drumsticks, there's this piece of skin right here. You want to pull that back. You just kind of grip it and you pull it back like this. You pull that back like this. Now, there's 2 reasons. One, you can clean up underneath there and get that. It's like this thin layer, like you see that? When you take this off, it makes the meat so much more tender and taste so much more better. It's like slimy. Look at that. Look at that. Ugh. A lot of times people, you know, if you don't do this, guess what? You eat this. Yeah. If you don't do this part when you cleaning your chicken, guess what? So anyways, you do like this, right? And then bam. You cleaning it off like this, right? All right, cool. So we do this with every piece. Let's see who pull up in here. Everybody that eat chicken. This live for y'all. I'm making this for my sons. If I want chicken, I eat it. But I might eat chicken once a year at this point, a couple times. And if I do, literally, it's crazy. Like, if I really, really want to taste a piece of chicken, like the last few times I did, I'll taste it, I'll chew it up, and like get the flavor, and then spit it out. My wife like, why do you even do that? Like, because I wanted to taste it, but I know if I swallow it, what's going to happen is going to mess my stomach up. So that's where I'm at right now on my path, you know what I'm saying? But, so I'm washing this off. Every piece I do the same thing. Now, another reason why it's real important and real good, and shout out my dad and my grandma Lois, God bless the dead. We buried her probably about 6 months ago now, 5 months ago. She lived to 97, man. And she was one of the real ones. She's, from out of Coconut Grove. And she used to sell food every weekend out of the house. And if you, in Miami, you know about Coconut Grove. Everybody in the Grove know about my grandma Lois dinners, the way she made her dinners. And she'll sell food on the weekends. And people coming in and out the house. She was in there booming. Every weekend, booming. She the one showed me how to clean the chicken like this. Her and my dad. They real big on cleaning their chicken. And she the one showed me how to bake chicken. And I'm gonna show you the method, my grandma Lois method of baking chicken right here on this live, man. But I put my own little twist on it on top of what she showed me, but I got the foundation principles from her. Straight up. All due respect to the ancestors, man. You know what I mean? I got a feeling they with us. So now look, I'm just getting all of this slime off this chicken. But another reason why it's good to take this skin back, and you'll see in a minute, when you season it, right? You season it first, and then you pull the skin back over the top of the season. And then when you bake it, that flavor gets stuck underneath that skin. If you never did that, let me see, because I'm telling you, I watch people cook. Most of the time, people don't do this. And then when I bake the chicken, they be like, oh, I got some. When I bake these wings, they be like, damn, I got so much flavor. I tell them, you got to pull that skin back. You got to clean it. If you never did that, drop a 4 in the comments. Keep it G. If you ain't never pull the skin back and clean it off like that, and then season it first, and then pull the skin back up, and then put more seasoning on top of the skin, drop a 4 in the comment if you just learned something. Okay, I see the 4 dropping. King, what they do. Carlos, what they do. Trust me, next time you do some drumsticks, try it. Just take my word for it. Try it, man. And then you'll be like, dang, you'll never go back. You'll never go back to cooking drumsticks like how you did before. And anytime I cook drumsticks, I do it like this. If I'm baking them, frying them, or barbecuing them, same deal. I gotta clean them, like how I'm doing right now. But look, I'm not done. Watch out. We just getting it going. Hold on, cause I see the 4 dropping. If anybody got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I might catch it. I don't. Christy, what they do? Christy Lou, I see you. I have it. Valda, what's good? We got 89 people on the live on Facebook. We live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok on 2 pages. All praise is due to the creator of all things, man. One of the things that happened for me when I started eating better, right? And we're going to get into that in a little bit more in detail, but when I started really paying attention to the ingredients and choosing better food, more natural food, my body went through a natural process of cleaning itself out from all these processed foods and chemicals that I've been eating every day for my whole life. And over years of being consistent, not only did I lose weight, but more importantly, my mind cleared up. Tamara, I don't want to mess your last name up, Tamara, but I seen the order come through as love, Queen. My mind cleared up. And I just started to see things. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it happened gradually to the point where it wasn't really until I kind of was reflecting on life to where I was like, I think that's what really happened. Like, the food had my mind foggy. And when I cleared a lot of these processed foods out of my diet and a lot of these chemicals that's inside of a lot of these ingredients of food that I was buying from the grocery store and eating in restaurants, when I stopped eating those and I went more to the natural foods and started paying closer attention, I was still eating the foods I love. I just was paying attention and I wasn't eating the heavily processed foods if I had to sum it up. I'll get into more details here in a little bit, but that's basically it. I started, being intentional about eating more natural food options. And my mind just cleared up, man. And I started getting more creative, you know what I mean? And I realized along the way, anybody that know me going back, years, I was always a hustler, man. Like I get up in the morning, I'm chasing money all day. That's all I want to do. If it wasn't about some money, it was about girls. I was lustful too. I'm gonna be real. I was very, very lustful, and I was out of control in certain ways, and I made a lot of mistakes. But I would get up in the morning and I'm out here chasing money. I mean, and look, I'm hitting up, look, all different type of ways. You know what I mean? And I realized over the years, as I started to clean up how I was eating, that every single way that I made money, I was a middleman. I was a middleman. I was going to somebody else's established situation, getting something from them and bringing it to someone else and selling it for more. That's how I was getting my money, basically. I was, I had independent contracting deals with different companies, and then I was like, moving in the street the way I was too. And that's how I got to it. And so I was like, man, this ain't it. So I went to thinking about creating my own thing. And then I went to thinking about, I started noticing what was going on social media. I started studying people that was having success on social media. I started to take notes and apply what they was doing. And over time, and being consistent, like I'm saying, I'm live. Look, I'm live on 5 phones right now. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking about doing nothing like this when I was 31 and I was eating processed, heavily chemicalized foods every day. I wasn't even, man, I was just trying to get up and chase money and holler at girls and, live like go to the club. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking like that. The food had my mind twisted up out here. I'm telling you. That's why I'm so passionate about helping people lose weight the way that I do, because I know, 1, you're going to lose the weight if you apply what I'm trying to give you. And 2, I know other benefits are coming up. Now, look at this. Look at this water. Now, look, if I didn't clean this meat, if I didn't clean the meat, that would have got cooked. And my sons would have ate this. All that's floating around in the water. Now watch this. I'm not done though. I'm pouring all this out. If y'all can see all this snot and slime coming out of here, it's nasty. It's nasty. Hold on. So check it though. I'm not done. That's the first stage of cleaning the chicken. And remember, I learned this from my grandmother Lois and my dad, Mr. Tony. That's how they don't want to put me up on game. And when they told me about cleaning this chicken, they say, look, and they got real serious. I remember when both of them, because they both taught me at 2 different times. And I didn't tell them the other one had already taught me. The first person really showed me was my dad. Then my grandma told me. As I moved to Miami when I was 16, and that's when I got the lesson about cleaning the chicken. And both of them, they got serious. I remember I laughed because my dad he got serious because I wasn't really paying attention. It was my whole family called me TJ. He's like, TJ, I feel like you're not paying attention. He low-key kind of got mad. He's like, you need to pay attention. You feel me? So I'm like, chill, I'm paying attention. I got you. But he's like, no, but he got serious about cleaning the chicken. So I was like, all right, man, I'm paying attention. Chill. Sadell Evans, I just seen the order come through, his love. And then my grandma, when she showed me, it was a similar scenario, because both of them are they vibe, but they got real serious when it came. They were like, look, I need you to understand this. Don't be out here baking and cooking dirty chicken. They got real serious about that. So now but later on in life, I get it. Now I get it. You can't be out here preparing dirty chicken, man. All right, so okay. I'm making a joke out of it, but I'm not at the same time. So now look. This is real, man. As we cooking chicken for our loved ones. All right, so now I pour some more water in it. This is look, this is vinegar. You're gonna drop some distilled vinegar in there. Now what this is gonna do is gonna kill off a lot of that bacteria. And it's gonna, and it cut that slime down even more. And what didn't come off on that first wash with the water is finna come off right now. And then you get in here. You know, it'd be better if I was wearing gloves, but I don't have none. And so, you know, me and my wife was just talking like, we kind of getting bougie, man. I was like, but at the same time, we can't never forget where we come from. I don't ever want to forget. I'm not going to let myself forget when we was, you know what I mean, in the trenches. I'm not going to never forget that. I'm not going to let my kids forget. And then too, like, our ancestors made a lot of mistakes too. You know, they say don't dwell on the past, but you can't forget, man. Don't forget. Don't get so bougie where you're like, oh, I can't clean the chicken with my bare hands. Don't do that. Don't do that. You feel me? If I'm in the room, I'll probably say something. I might not, but I'll be thinking it. You feel me? Let me see. I got your books. Thanks for sharing. King's Kid, I appreciate that. That's love, man. Keep us in the loop. Getting bougie is right. Yeah, the way we getting bougie like is like when we go to hotels and stuff like that and resorts, like there's certain things like places we go and we like, man, this ain't it. But back in the days when we first started talking, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. We would have been very happy. But now it's like, man, we got to double check, triple check before we reserve our rooms and stuff. It's a certain standard that, you know what I mean, we just prefer to be in now, which is cool. It's cool, but you know what I'm saying? When we do find ourselves in an environment that's not exactly how we want it, I be trying to tell my wife, don't get bougie now. Don't act like, she don't like when I do that. I be like, man, don't act like you don't remember, man. Don't act like you don't remember we was in the projects and there's roaches all over. We had to go to war with the roaches. This way better than that. She'll like what I do. She'll like what I do that. I wonder if she on this live right now. They up there in Louisiana. You're using too much memory could cause the system to crash. Huh. Oh, this on my other phone. I probably got to put another. I know what I got to do. All right, man. So now look now. You see how the water not as cloudy as it was, but look, it's still. Look, it's little pieces of slime all through the water. Look like this. Look at this. Look at that. Ugh. Coming off the chicken. If you ain't clean the chicken, that's you feel me? You eating that. All right, so now I'm finna wash this off. One last time. I'm gonna give it, I'm dropping it, and then I'm gonna give it one last rinse, quick rinse, and then drop the water out of it again. And that's how that's how my grandma and my dad taught me how to clean a chicken. And when you clean a chicken like this, right? It tastes way better. It tastes way better than if you don't. Trust me on that one. All right, so now I'm letting it I got it in the sink over here, and I'm gonna let it kind of dry off a little bit. All right, in the meantime, let me wash my hands. Hold on one second, I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back, man. Shout out everybody that pulled up, man. Look, if you gotta go to lose weight, we're about to have a weight loss conversation here in a little bit. I'm gonna break down principles of how to choose better versions of the food that you like, man. Like my name is, I lost 100 pounds. I wrote my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It, to explain how I lost 100 pounds still eating the food that I like to eat. I was eating chicken, steak, rice, bread, pasta, cookies, cakes. I lost 80 pounds eating meat pretty much every single day. Pause. And whatever, you know what I mean? So on this live, I want to, give out some game. For example, I'm going to get into the rice in a minute because I'm going to make some Perlo rice without chicken. The Perlo rice recipe is in our family cookbook. So we dropped our family cookbook because people was asking us to make a cookbook because I do a lot of cooking content. Because what I realized along the way is I'm a foodie, man. I like food. I like flavorful food. It's hard for me to believe that I could just stop eating flavorful food. So for me to lose weight, it helped me to know that I could still eat food that I love the way it tastes and be losing weight at the same time. Once I realized how to do it and I started doing it and I was getting the result, I had a mindset shift to where I chose this as a lifestyle. It's like now in my spirit, I know I'll never get overweight again. I know what to do. I know, you feel me? I know what to look for, and I know how to still enjoy what I like at the same time. So I do my best to help other people understand how to do the same thing. And we've helped thousands of people. What kind of rice? It's called Perlo rice. Look, here go the recipe right here. Shout out my grandma Lois. God bless the dead, man. This her recipe right here, Perlo rice. You see what it say right there? My grandma Dolores, Perlo rice recipe. That's it right there. You can take a screenshot of that. This rice recipe right here is, man, I'm just gonna show you, but I'm gonna make the Perlo rice without chicken. So we got one of the recipes right here, and we got the other one without chicken. But it's the same basic recipe, it's just you cook it a little bit different, and this one you cook without the chicken. But it's basically Perlo is like peppered rice. But you'll see how it come together. So I'm making the Perlo rice with the baked chicken, full of flavor, and we're gonna do a Caesar salad with it. Now watch this. I'm gonna get this oven going. I'm gonna put the oven on 400. I'm gonna put the oven on 400. I'm gonna put the oven on 425, and then I'm gonna show y'all something. This is my my grandma also taught me, my dad this and me this. It's called the season in the bag method. You get you a bag like this, right? And you put the chicken in the bag. All right. Now, when I put all that chicken in the bag, you notice how the skin was still peeled back. That's real important. Now I'm gonna put some. You might want to take notes of this mixture of seasons that I'm about to use on this chicken, because the flavor profile is crazy. This is Tabasco, Chipotle Tabasco sauce. I dropped some of that on there. All right. I'm gonna drop a dab of olive oil. I'm gonna drop some a little bit of mustard. A little mustard in there. We got some truffle sea salt, which this truffle sea salt is one of my favorite flavors that I came across in the last year of my life. It's a truffle sea salt. I seen it in Publix one time. And I was like, let me try this, man. They taxing though. For that little thing of salt, it's like $10 for this. But I was like, let me check and see what, you know what I mean? Well, how they gonna charge $10? And when I got it, I was like, okay, I get it. Y'all can get that. All right, so here goes some garlic. Okay, what I just put in there too, this is a Mediterranean blend of herbs. All right, we cooking and we thinking. Notice how when I'm preparing this chicken, I'm not just blindly going about it. I'm not thinking. Venice, I seen the order come through, Venice's love. I'm not just like, you know what I mean? Like, and then just cook and get it over with. I'm thinking. Every meal that I prepare when I cook fit the principles of my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It. It's a chipotle powder. Notice I'm not using any pre-made seasons, because I noticed along the way, a lot of them, they got silicone dioxide. They got chemicals all in them seasons. So I just make my own seasons from scratch. You see what I'm saying? And I put them things together. This is a new thing of onion powder. We just put some garlic powder in there. Now I'm gonna put this onion powder. If you like seasoning food, I highly recommend, if you do buy like pre-seasoned seasonings, I highly recommend you read the ingredients. Go take a look right now in your pantry and look at the ingredients of the season that you're putting on the food. And a lot of times you'll be surprised the chemicals in there, and then search up potential benefits and potential side effects. So you got a view of both sides, and then make your mind up what you want to do from there. When I did that, I was like, okay, I don't want to eat these no more. And I made a change. And and what I noticed as a result, I had got benefits. You know, my life got better. My mind got clear. My body got better. My skin cleared up, etc., etc. This is smoked paprika right here. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this on there. All right, and then here goes some turmeric. This is turmeric right here. Oh, and then I need some cracked black pepper. Now, the season in a bag method is so live because it's like it worked the flavor all into the whatever you cooking. Now, watch how I do this. You just take it, you twist it, and then you shake it up. Use your hand. And now all that season's finna mix up. I got this from my grandma Lois, man. All praises to the creator of all things. God bless her dead. I miss you, grandma. She the one taught me this. Every time she cooked chicken, she did this. Steak, whatever, you know what I mean? She got a bag and she did like this, man. She worked that flavor in. If you were to taste my grandma food, you'll love her. You'll fall in love with her. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, man. You'll be like, dang! Now look. Take a look at this. You see that flavor on there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this ready for the oven. I'm gonna get this ready for the oven. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bake it. I'm gonna bake it inside of this. We're gonna put a little bit of I'm gonna use some walnut oil. One of the switches that I made, right, that helped me lose weight for sure, is I stopped using canola oil and vegetable oil because they're heavily processed chemical oils that lead to weight gain. It's very hard for our bodies to break down canola oil, like the main canola oil that you get. I'm not talking about like cold pressed canola oil. I'm talking about like the canola oil that everybody gets from the store. It's a super processed oil, chemical basically. And same with the vegetable oil. So I made the switch to like, this is walnut oil, but like olive oil, any olive oil that fit my budget. I noticed when I made the switch to the olive oils, even like the cheaper olive oils, weight was coming off me compared to that canola oil. And I used to use margarine butter when I was baking. I stopped doing that and I started using better oils: olive oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, walnut, just more natural oils. So that helped. I hope, if you do use the canola oil and the vegetable oil and you are trying to lose weight, if you do make that switch, you will see that weight start coming off you. I was still eating fried foods. I just stopped frying them in canola oil and vegetable oil, baking them, sauteing them. And now you see what I just did. I just pulled that skin back over the top. And all that flavor is trapped between the chicken meat and the skin. I'm telling you right now. This is how you got to do it. Now watch. Stop playing. Uh-oh. There we go. Now watch this. Now, because it ain't over yet, I'm dropping all of these. We're going to drop this in the oven at 425 degrees, and we're going to get that going. And then I'm going to start on the rice, which I should have already started on that, but it's all good. Actually, I'm doing it in a good order. So I take all these out. Sometimes when you're cooking, sometimes, it be the extra steps that make all the difference. You might be in a rush and you say, look, I don't feel like doing all that. Okay, well, you ain't gonna get the same flavor. It's cool. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta pick your battles, man. But me personally, if I am gonna prepare some, I like for it to be full of flavor. So this, if you like a lot of flavor, this is one, and you like, chicken, try this out, man, especially when you're cooking them drumsticks. Make a big difference. It makes a big difference. So now, I hope all of these fit. How many more pieces I got in here? 3. I'll make it work. So I'm pulling the skin back over. I'm trapping all them seasons in between the meat of these drumsticks and the skin. So as these bake, all that flavor, it can't escape. It's getting pushed right back down into the towards the bone. These right here, when you take a bite into it, it got flavor all the way into the bone. I'm telling you. And so now I'm going like this. Bingo. All right. So what I do now is I always add a little bit more season to the top. I'm going to add a little bit more of this truffle salt to the top of this, because trust me, as it bakes, it's just going to make it explode with flavor, and some cracked black pepper. If you've been on this live since the beginning and you love baked chicken and you never prepared baked chicken like this, you might want to try this like before it leave your mind and do this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave this live up for at least a week on my YouTube channel if you want to go back and you could just go through the live and I like YouTube because you could like fast forward through the live once you post it, and you could prepare this for yourself if you want to. Ooh, drop some fire emojis in the comments if this looked like something that you would go ahead on and smash. Drop some fire emojis. Let me see who pulled up in here and put it in park. I'm about to drop this in the oven. Chicken gonna be great. Aaron, what they do? Anthony, what they do, man? Jeep, what they do, God? Hero, what's good? Jamal, I see you pull up. Court, what's good, Court? Corey, what they do? Kobe, Henry, what's popping? Tro, what's good, Tro? Steph, what's popping? All right, so now look, the oven ready. We dropping them. Let's get that going. Now, let's get this. Let's go right to phase number 2 because I want to get this thing going because I want to make this a weight loss conversation. Like I say, we're doing a Mother's Day sale. I break down the principles in my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It, how I lost 100 pounds still eating the foods that I like to eat. I just showed you one tip. The Coke I used to use when I was baking chicken, margarine, or I would use canola oil, or I would use vegetable oil. I made the switch to the natural oils, like this is a walnut oil, or I use olive oil that fit my budget, or avocado oil, or grapeseed oil. I got off of the canola oil, margarine, and vegetable oil especially, and weight started coming down. Weight started coming off me. So if you got to go to lose weight and you make that switch, you'll see. That's the easy switch you can have. And I'm not saying don't fry foods. I'm just saying don't fry it in canola oil. Try it if you don't believe me, and you'll see. Well, I break down these principles in my book, how I was able to eat the food that I like. I just had to learn how to eat the right version of the foods that I like. Make it easy to understand. We've helped thousands of people with this book. We've sold thousands of copies. This was me in 2014. So if you got to go to lose weight, we extended the Mother's Day sale just because it's like, it's going crazy right now. So if you want to grab a copy, we got the discount link underneath my profile picture. Natalie Robinson, I just seen the order come in as love. On the top of my page, you'll see the finger pointing to the link. When you click that link, it'll take you to our website. Pick the book you want. When you click checkout, you'll see the price get cut by 50%. So if you want to grab a copy, that's how that works. Do you fast as well? I do. I do a fast at least once a week, 24 hours. I'll just eat one time within a 24-hour period. I actually talk about fasting briefly in the book. I go into it more in my coaching. There's something that I coined the consumption ascension ladder, which is like a roadmap for life. Stephen Lipford, I just seen the order come through, Stephen, it's love. But I believe in fasting big time. But I don't talk a lot about that on lives and when I'm doing like posts and all that, because the type of person that I'm looking to help is the person that's at now where I used to be. And where I used to be, I wasn't trying to, fasting wasn't like a realistic thing for me to lose weight. I don't want to try to encourage people to fast, especially not the old. I won't be able to help my old self if I talk about fasting. You see what I'm saying? Like I want to let people know, look, don't fasting. It takes discipline. So I like to start from the beginning, if that makes sense. Like, look, I'm not asking you to stop doing nothing that you like to do, but all I am asking you to do is to get more aware and choose better versions of what you like. And the great news is when you learn how to identify the wrong version and the right version, and you choose the right version, you'll notice I like the way it tastes even better. But a lot of times I got to cook it myself. Now, we cook a lot in this house, man. And so, you got to pick your hard sometimes. Like if you don't want to cook, right, and you want things prepared for you, well, you're going to have to pick the hard of staying overweight, or you're going to have to pick the hard of portion control, only eating a little bit, but you're going to be eating processed foods and chemicals, and your body's having a hard time breaking it down even if you eat a little bit. So pick your hard. You want to prepare the food with all the right ingredients, get the flavor that you like, or let someone else prepare for you and have ingredients in there that's going to make it hard for you to lose weight, actually make it easy for you to gain weight, and then have to deal with that hard. You see what I'm saying? It's either way it go. In life, we got to pick our battles, man. We got to pick the hard. You know what I'm saying? That's all a part of it. I really believe that. I kind of embrace that, All right, so now we're going to do the rice. So with rice, this is I love rice. I love rice. I eat a lot of rice. I'm about to eat rice right now when I'm done cooking this meal. The main rice I always ate growing up was either the Uncle Ben's long grain parboiled enriched rice or the white long grain enriched rice. This is an example of the white extra long enriched rice, right? What's up? I see my wife just commented. What's up, babe? I wonder if you on the live right now, babe? So what I'm doing, I'm trying to give you an example, right? So this is the type of rice that I used to just always get. But when I learned about this, it changed my life. Learning about the enrichment process changed my life. If you got a goal to lose weight and you on this live, I talk about it all the time, but I always know it's something old is always new to someone new every single day. So let me ask you this. If you got a goal to lose weight and you're unfamiliar with the relationship between the enrichment process and weight gain, drop a 4 in the comments. Let me see who I can help on this live right now. I'm giving you examples. We cooking and we thinking. We cooking and we thinking. We not just cooking. Pedro, what they do? Brooklyn Rain, what they do? Okay, nice. Mr. Next, Louisiana, Leslie, what they do? Brenda, Trent, what? David Torres, I just seen the order come through. David's love. Trap Galore, what they do, man? Olivia, what's good, Olivia? Man, okay, good. So everybody that dropped the 4, I want you to pay attention. The enrichment, this is an example of an enriched product. They enriched this rice. How you know? Because it said right here on the pack, enriched. Say it right there. They're letting you know. The enrichment process was created in the late 1940s and adopted in the early 50s across the U.S., right after World War II. Now, it's a process where they degerminate the grain. There's a germ inside the rice grain. It's the soft part that's in the middle of the grain. When it's in its raw form, and there's like B vitamins and stuff in there naturally, and it's the soft part of the grain, and that part of the grain spoils. So if you don't sell it fast enough, it's spoiled and you can't sell it. So farmers was losing money behind that. And on top of that, bugs love the germ of the grain. So if you let bugs get in your batch, they could get in there and start laying eggs, and then they'll mess up a batch of grain and you got to take an L. So they created a degermination process called the enrichment process, where they remove that germ through a chemical process, and they add, so the natural nutrients are removed, and then they add synthetic nutrients to replace the natural nutrients that was lost during the enrichment processing. And so this is the enrichment process. And so how you know if it's enriched, it'll say it somewhere on the pack, or it'll show you the ingredients, the added synthetic ingredients that are added. You'll see right here in the ingredients, right here underneath, you say ingredients right there, underneath the nutrition facts. Facts. You'll see enriched long grain rice. Then you see rice, niacin, iron, ferric orthophosphate, thiamine mononitrate, folic acid. First of all, like, people would say, oh, Medley Parkershare. I just seen the order come through. Medley is love. People would be like, bro, those are the scientific names for vitamins. Like, go back to school and learn something. Wendy Ann Benjamin, I seen the order come through as love. There's a post that I put up about the rice that's going viral on one of my pages right now. And a post that I put up about the pasta. Same thing. You could put pasta through the enrichment price because pasta is made with flour. You can enrich wheat, just like you can enrich rice, right? So they'd be like, bro, those are scientific names, dummy. Okay, true. But they have to put the scientific name on here because they added it to it and it's synthetic. The natural niacin is in our bodies naturally. Niacin is in rice naturally, but it's called niacin. The niacin in my blood is natural. The niacin in this rice is not natural. You can also isolate niacin from out of rice or out of human blood. You could bring it through a process of chemistry and synthesize it, bring it down to a white powder. It's called, you bring it through a process of isolation. And then that white powder that's on the ground, that's called niacin too. So this is where I feel like it's scary. A lot of us are so programmed to think we know something. But I'm not buying that white powder is the same as the niacin in my blood. And on top of that, they don't even got to identify where they got it from. The niacin that's added to this rice, they don't say where they isolated the compound from. One of the side effects of enriched grains is weight gain. All right. So now, good news. They sell natural rice in the grocery store as well. So the way to know is to read the ingredients. That's why I'm always saying read the ingredients. This is This is a natural jasmine rice. When you look at the ingredients, right up underneath here, you see jasmine rice. That's it right there. Jasmine rice. Jasmine rice. That's it. When you're buying rice, all you want to see is the rice plant. They get the rice, they knock it off the plant, dry it out, put it in the bag and sell it. That's natural rice, as opposed to long grain enriched rice, niacin, iron, ferric orthophosphate, thiamine mononitrate, folic acid, compared to jasmine rice. So when I made that switch, and this rice tastes even better. When I made that switch, weight started coming off me. This is the switch. Learning about the enrichment process is the switch that got me on the path to start paying attention to the ingredients. And I was able, over a period of 3 years, to figure out all the ingredients that were adding weight to me and find out how to find the natural substitute and how to identify it. I went through a 3-year process how to figure that out. Javier Perez, I just seen the order come through, Javier. And this is how I lost 100 pounds. Still eating the foods that I like to eat. I'm about to make this rice right now, man. If that made sense, drop some 4s in the comments. What about basmati rice? Basmati rice is great. When you look at the ingredients, all you want to see is basmati rice. Yeah, it took me about 3 years to lose 80 pounds. I was learning it as I was going, you know what I mean? And when I made switches and I noticed the weight was coming off, I stuck to those. I didn't go back to eating the other thing that I was used to eating. I stayed with that, and I just was figuring it out. I made one switch at a time until I was all the way down. My weight came all the way off. I see all the 4s drop, man. Do you add solid oil to the rice? Yep, I was just talking about that. With the oil, I got off of the Hussein Yates. The oil, I got off the canola oil, and I got off the vegetable oil, the processed canola oil and vegetable oil. And I went to the like olive oils, coconut oil, avocado oil, walnut oil. I went to the natural oils, and I got off the margarine. And then with the salt, I made the switch from the iodized salt, which is a heavily chemicalized, processed, salty chemical. And I made this, and this is public information. You could look up the process of making iodized salt and watch it. They got videos on YouTube. And then I went to the natural sea salt. Look up how you get natural sea salt. Boss C, I seen the order come through. Boss is love. And one of the side effects of the iodized salt is weight gain. It leads to water retention, bloating, weight gain, and there's others concerning potential side effects as well. So I went to the natural sea salt, and what I noticed more, I lost weight, but what I noticed more when I made that switch, my skin cleared up and my inflammation went down. Look, you could see it in my, you could see it in my face, the inflammation. It was all in my legs and my ankles. You know, in the end of 2013 and through 2014 is when I gained most of my weight. I probably gained in that 1 year about 50 pounds, 40, at least 40 in a year period, 2013 through 2014. I gained, that's when I blew up fast. But before that, the year before that, I probably gained 20 pounds. The year before that, 15. You know what I'm saying? The year before that, probably 5. Like, I started gaining weight like 28, 29, 30. It started to like show. In 31, I blew up. And then that's when one night my wife, she started laughing at me. She was poking at my chest. I talk about it in my book. I talk about it a lot, right? My wife started laughing, right? She giggling. It's the day that I really decided to make a change. She giggling, man. We sitting in our room in the Pine Island Projects, and we laying down next to each other. She doing this. She doing this, giggling. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you laughing about? She giggling, keep giggling, poking at my chest, and she like, dang, babe, you getting titties. My wife told me that to my face, man, while she was laughing at me. I love my wife. I love my wife to life. I'm going to be real with you. She got a strong spirit, though, that she could be hurtful. That one hurt my feelings bad. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all be quiet, all right? My bad. All right, man. So, my bad, y'all. So yeah, so that was that was the moment when I made a decision. Like, I'm not finna keep letting myself go, man. I'm not gonna do it. I felt like, and I got real. I disrespected her after she did that because I felt like she tried me, and she giggling, kiki laughing, talking about you got tits. My wife told me I had tits, man. As a man, I went overboard. I did. I got in my feelings. I got real sensitive. I got real sensitive. Mina, I'm serious. That's enough. I got real sensitive, and I got out of. I went out of. It turned into a real bad argument. And to be honest with you, my mind took me to. That's it. I'm done. I was gonna break up with her. I feel like as men especially, I feel like we don't talk about our emotions enough. I especially not in school, but I let my emotions my emotions took control of me, and I showed myself that night. And I told her that was it. We're done. And I called her out her name and everything, and I was like, I don't need this. I don't need you. And then we want to know it's so bad, right? I was leaving out the house. We got our kids in the house, our children in the house. We living in the Pine Island Projects down here in Miami, in Naranja. Tanya, I just seen the order come through. Tanya's love. I'm snapping on her. She yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. The kids crying. Just real. Kids crying. I don't care. I've been drinking that night too. I hear the kids crying. It's making me even more mad. I'm mad that the kids cry, but I feel like it's all her fault. I'm not even checking myself in the situation and what I'm doing. And I was going to leave. So I was walking out the house, and it hit me. I forgot The day before that, my car had broke down. My transmission blew. I didn't even have a car. We were sharing her car at this point. I'm walking out the house snapping. I'm walking out the house snapping on her like, yeah, you gonna find out. And I'm leaving, right? And I open the door and I'm walking to the car and I'm like, oh, my car don't even work. And it was a walk of shame back in the house. And I had moved from out the city. I lived up north. I had just moved from the city in Miami up north in Liberty City. I had just lost my apartment not too long before this. I was going through a bad period of karma. That's a whole nother story. And we moved into the Pine Island projects, right? And I was like, I don't know nobody down south. And I don't got a car. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a... Lillian, I just seen the order come through. Lillian is love. Joe Torts, I just seen the order come through. Joe is love. I'm like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna walk? I'm way down south. If you know Miami, I'm in the Ranger. This exit 6, I'm almost to the Florida Keys. I'm right next to Florida City. I'm like, and I can't take her car. That'd be crazy. So I had to do the walk of shame back into the house. After I had I just called her out her name and all that. I showed I'm like, I'm in front of the kids and all. I gotta walk back in the house, man. I walked back in the house. I was like, I forgot my car don't even work. And she like, yeah. And my wife, she and then she made it worse. She like, yeah, that's Goody. She like, I already know. I knew you wasn't going nowhere. That's Goody. Now look at you. She snapping on me. So I went in the bathroom. Right? And I slammed the door. I went in the bathroom and slammed the door. Right in the room. I go in the bathroom because that's like the only place I could hide. I didn't want to go in the front bathroom because all our children out there, they crying. I walk in our room, I go in the bathroom and I do one of these to the door. Bah! I hear my kids out there, oh, they scream. And I look in the mirror, right? I look in the mirror. I'm starting to cry. I look in the mirror and I was holding my stomach in, like making myself look smaller to myself. I'm holding my stomach like I was looking at myself in the mirror. I made myself look smaller to myself. And I believe in that moment, the creator of all things. This is a nice little hack with rice, right? You put a little olive oil in the pot and you drop the rice in the olive oil. I'm doing 2 cups. This way it don't come out sticky. Another good thing to do is wash it off. But I don't feel like going through all that. And this way it come out. I like the way it come out. And then I'm gonna drop some of this sea salt in here. And I'm gonna stir this up. And when I stir it up, right? I'm stirring it up to coat every last rice grain. This is a nice, if you cook, especially like white color rice and you don't want it to be sticky, do this and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll come out great every time. All right, so that's a nice little hack. Remember, this is cooking and thinking. We cooking and we thinking. Every meal we cooking, it fit the principles, man. You know what I mean? We making sure that we're preparing a meal that's full of flavor, but it's not going to put that weight on us. All right, so now look, right? It was a moment of clarity with this jasmine rice. It called for 1 cup to 1 and a quarter cup of water, but I do like 1 and less than a quarter cup. So I put 2 cups of rice in here, and I'm going to put 2 cups of water and like a little bit less than a quarter cup. Because when I do a whole quarter cup, it'd be too like, it'd be too wet. All right, so bomb. So I believe when I was looking at myself in the mirror, right? I believe that the creator of all things opened my eyes in that moment because I was tripping. Yeah, it was rude what she did, but it wasn't that big a deal. Like, I was tripping. And so I realized in that moment, the way I was holding myself, making my body look like smaller to myself, I realized I was lying to myself without even using words. I was like, dang, bro, you lying to yourself. I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself in the mirror. I looked right at my pupils. I'll never forget this moment. I was like, damn, bro, you lying to yourself. And I was like, you could lie without using words to yourself? And then I said, I wonder what else I'm lying to myself about. And my mind went to rushing. My kids had started calming down. You feel me? And then I'm thinking about, damn, I'm wondering how they looking at me. I'm wondering how my wife looking at me. I'm wondering if she gonna cheat on me. Is she cheating on me now? I'm like, is she tired of me? Like, and then I started like feeling stupid for what I just did. I started being embarrassed. Like I was embarrassed. You feel me? And then I was like, at that moment, I made a decision to stop eating fast food. And I meant it. I was like, I'm never eating fast food again. And that's when the journey began for me to lose 100 pounds. It started that day. True story. Started that day, man. I saw the rice cleaning in a debate. Have you always cleaned? I have always cleaned my rice. Yeah, man, I used to always clean it too. Tracy Howell, I seen the order come through and I still clean it sometimes. But I think it's better to clean it. But when I'm going live, a lot of times I don't feel like going through all that. And, you know, sometimes I clean it before. But then also, too, I like to do it this way to just show people a different way. I like to kind of be a little bit different sometimes. And it's just a way to cook the rice. When you coat it with the natural oil like that and you cook it down, you'll see it tastes good and it's not sticky and it's just quicker. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do it like that a lot of times on lives. I was trying to get a link to buy your book. Melissa, that's love. I appreciate that. Look, we're doing a 50% off sale on my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It. I break down the principles of how I lost 100 pounds, still eating the foods that I like to eat. I got a discount link. Melissa, underneath my profile picture on my homepage, at the top of the page, you'll see, if you look underneath my profile picture, you'll see the finger pointing down to the link. Click that link, and then that's a Mother's Day sale link. We pushed the sale back until tomorrow. So if you want to grab a book, feel free. You'll see the discount happen on the checkout page. So you'll see the regular price at first, but when you click checkout on that payment page, you'll see the price get cut by 50%. What are you cooking? I got baked chicken in the oven right now. And then I'm going to make some perlo rice. So we got the rice going. And I'm going to make a Caesar salad too. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start prepping for the rice. And I was thinking about making these mushrooms, but I might. What time is it? I gotta get going. I'm not gonna make no mushrooms. I don't got enough time. I don't feel like it's already 7:45. I'll cook these tomorrow. All right, so let me do this. We cooking and we thinking, man. We cooking and we thinking. I like to encourage people to think about, most of the time when we cook, we just think about how to make it taste good. But we're not thinking at least I wasn't thinking too deep into exactly if these ingredients are best for my temple and if it's going to make it easier for me to lose weight or harder. I didn't go through that type of thought process when I was choosing the ingredients. Now I'm way more intentional. I choose natural ingredients. I'm more aware and I choose better versions of what I like to eat. So I'm thinking. That's why I always say we cooking and we thinking. I do cooking and thinking Thursdays. I try to do it every Thursday, but it's Monday. But every day I'm cooking, I'm thinking. I make sure that I'm thinking about the ingredients that I'm using. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage everyone that got to go to lose weight to do the same thing, and everyone, period, to do the same thing, because it's more deeper than just weight loss. I just ordered my book, Marge. I appreciate that. That's love, Queen. Keep us in the loop, man. Anybody that grab a copy, feel free to keep us in the loop on your journey. Our customer service email is on our website, but it's brilliantmindedllc@gmail.com. We love to stay connected through your journey, man. It matters to us. Do you think fast food was messing up your mental? Definitely. That's a great question. That's a great question. Definitely. Man, if you go back and look, man, if you go back and look, if you go back and look at my Facebook page, you'll see I got pictures. You can see my old pictures, like going back before 2012. It's like I was on Facebook, I was kind of posting or whatever, but I was ratchet, you feel me? And then you'll see at 2013 I was starting to get big, and then you won't see no pictures for a minute, cause life knocked me all the way down. It knocked me all the way down, man. And it knocked me down because at that point in my life, I was 29, 30, 31. I had been eating Ebony Littman. I just seen the order come through. Ebony is love. I had been eating processed chemical foods my whole life. On top of that, I was a major alcoholic, drinking every day, smoking, taking substances, running around, going out to the clubs. I just, listening to rap music every day, trying to, I was out here finessing, telling people what they wanted to hear to get money. I wasn't, there's people around me that was much worse than me. I've always been a good person, but I was slick though. I was slick and I was deceitful in slick ways. I wasn't out here robbing nobody or nothing like that, so I felt like I was doing good. But I was tripping, and I really, when I started cleaning up how I was eating, I started to just notice stuff about myself, and I started to wanting to change, and then I started noticing stuff about the people that I was hanging around, and then I started being like, why are you hanging with them? And I'd be like, if I'm hanging with them, I must be like them. And then and in my mind, I'm like, but I'm not like them. And then nothing against who I hung with. It's just, I was different. I started changing. I started thinking, I couldn't help but see it. Athena Whitfield got to the point where I was like, I gotta find new friends, or I just gotta be. And I started really just being around my family. I started to appreciate my wife more and my children more. And I started wanting to be a better father and a better husband. And I really decided, I was with my wife for 11 years before I asked her to marry me. I decided that, we should get married. You know what I'm saying? I just started changing, man. And cutting out the fast food was the first choice that I made that started leading me towards all of these changes. And I know that I know in my spirit there's a connection. That was a great question. All right, so now, put these in here. I'm gonna use these on the rice. And shout out to everybody that pulled up on the live, man. My name is Jabez El Israel. I gotta go to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life, man. I got a couple of bell peppers that's cut up right here. This rice is going. Let me cut that on low. Let me see what the chicken looking like in the oven. All right, we going. I know my dog's getting hungry. I just seen them come in here. They're trying to remind me they ready to eat too. Give me a second, y'all. I've been running my mouth, and I'm a little bit behind schedule. I wanted to be a little further in the process than I am, to be real with y'all. So this is, I'm cutting up these bell peppers for the perlo rice that I'm about to put together. You'll see I'm gonna saute these down, and you'll see how I do that in a second with some onions. And when I saute everything down, I'm gonna saute it in a mixture of olive oil and coconut oil and salt and pepper. And here's the thing: if you ever saute anything and you mix half part olive oil, half part coconut oil, and add some salt to it, it tastes like to me it tastes just like salted butter. That's another switch I made too to get out. I got off the margarine and I went to the butter. And I always like the salted butter better than the regular butter. When I got off the margarine and went to the butter, weight started coming down. I lost some weight for making that switch. And then when I switched from the butter to the coconut oil, I lost more weight too. So that's how I know coconut oil, my body break the coconut oil down better than that butter. And definitely better than that margarine. All right, so here we go. Now I'm gonna cut up some of this onion. I'm gonna cut this onion up. And what I'm gonna do when I cut this onion up, I'm gonna start sauteing all this right now. Everything gonna come together pretty quick at this point. The chicken probably got another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, it'll be ready. And I'll be ready with the rice at that point. But there's one more element of this meal that's gonna bring everything together that I gotta put together for this chicken. Just another, I like to layer flavors. The way this, look, and I'm not eating this chicken, it's for my sons, but the way that I cook, the way my family is, like when I cook, real talk, like, they give me a lot of respect behind it. They know. My loved ones, friends, and family, they know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing when it comes to cooking. It ain't too many, and I'm not trying to be like cocky, and I'm just saying, like, I understand flavors, and it's to the point now, when we go to expensive restaurants and me and my wife go sit down, we pay $250 for a meal, or I take all the kids out and the bill come back $650, and we eat. I'm like, we could have cooked this at the house and it would have been better. Me and my wife say it all the time, man. It's, you know, we just good cooks, man. I'm telling you. So I'm saying, here go. We're gonna chop this up. That's chopped up. We're gonna saute this in a second. I was gonna cook the mushrooms on this cast iron skillet, but I don't got time for all that. I'm gonna cook the mushrooms tomorrow. I want to do a Q&A, man. I want to start answering some questions. So now what I did is I'm gonna drop. I got this stainless steel, like what you call that? Like a skillet. I put a little olive oil in there. And some coconut oil. I'm getting some coconut oil right here. This is Perlo rice that I'm making. The rice is gonna be ready pretty soon. This is the flavor part of the Perlo rice. So you'll see how this come together right now. These herbs, I got these from out of my garden. And I'm gonna make a coconut oil spread, a garlic herbal coconut oil spread that I'm gonna baste this chicken with in a minute and put it back in the oven just to give it one more layer of flavor. And I'm gonna squeeze this lemon over the top of that thing to finish it off. Bro, Hunter, I feel you, but I don't. Hunter said this will make his butt explode. I just hid you from the channel, bro. You look like you a grown man on the picture, and you're a little bit too grown. This will make my butt explode. What that even supposed to mean, Hunter? He said it's gonna make my butt explode. It was actually kind of funny, Hunter. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked you, but I feel like you're gonna be in the comments like doing too much. It's gonna be a distraction. I had to block him. I had to block you, dog. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of funny. Bruh said it's gonna make my butt explode. What, bruh? Alright, so I dropped these onions. Man. So now, here's the thing with the Perlo rice, right? The only season that you use for Tanya LaVille. I just seen the order come through. Tanya is love. The only season that and this is my grandma recipe. This is an old school classic rice recipe, and it's very easy to make. I got bell peppers and onions sauteed. I use coconut oil and olive oil. You hear it sauteing right now, and I got some natural jasmine rice. All right, I'm sauteing these down. The only seasons that you use in Perlo rice is salt and pepper. That's it. Salt and pepper. It might seem kind of basic, but with the flavor mixed with these onions and bell peppers and salt and pepper, when you taste it, you wouldn't even know that that's all it is. Sometimes the simplest recipes are the best. So I'm dropping salt. This is crushed sea salt. I'm dropping some crushed sea salt on these onions and bell peppers that's sauteing right now. And then I'm doing cracked black pepper. We got some black pepper. You gotta use cracked, you gotta be cracked. You can do it like the kind that's already cracked, but it don't taste as good. You gotta use the cracked black pepper with Perlo rice. And you want a nice amount of pepper. You know what I'm saying? You want a nice amount of pepper in your Perlo rice. We got the recipe in our family cookbook right here. We got the recipe in our family cookbook for this Perlo rice. This is what it looked like when it come out. Shout out my grandma Lois. This is her recipe. This is the Perlo rice recipe right here. The original Perlo rice back in the day, the way they made it. If you want to take a screenshot, feel free. The original Perlo rice recipe, the way they made it, was with like the innards of chickens, like the gizzards and the chicken heart and chicken lizard. Kim, I don't want to mess your last name up, Kim, but I just seen the order come through. Feel free to take a screenshot of this recipe if you want it. It's my grandma Lois Perlo rice. But they used the chicken hearts and gizzards and all that. And it used to be fire, but, you know, my dad, the one, he was like, he the one who started cooking it with just like chicken thighs, like just chicken, instead of like the innards. My grandma was like, that ain't how you do Perlo rice, son. And my dad was like, I know, but I don't really like the gizzards and all that, like. And so I like my grandma Perlo rice. I loved it. But I like my dad's even more. And so then when I stopped eating chicken, I started making Perlo rice without the chicken, and it's still fire. So I'm doing it without the chicken. The recipe we pushing it on, but you know things evolve, things change. You know, my grandma, she used to, sometimes I come home and the whole house smelled like a big bucket of doo-doo. I'm gonna be honest. I open the door sometimes. My grandma lived on Oak Avenue in Coconut Grove, Miami, man. I open the door sometimes and be like, oh God. And I'll be like, damn. But she in there cooking them chitlins. Chitlins, excuse me. That's one thing, man, them chitlins. You got it. That one thing about them chitlins, I can't do it. I cannot do it. She wasn't right for that. And I told her. I said, but eventually I said, Grandma, you need to stop cooking them. And she like, son, I'm a cooker. You don't gotta eat them. I was like, I'm not gonna eat them. She started laughing. She's like, you don't gotta eat them. I'm gonna eat them. I was like, all right, man. She lived in 97. Tynese Cleveland, I seen the order come through. Tynese's love. I used to hate when she cooked them things, man. The whole house would be stink, man. I'd be like, dang, Grandma. All right, so now we got these. Look at these bell peppers and onions sauteed up. This is the flavor for the Perlo rice. And another thing, when she did Perlo rice, she ain't never used red bell peppers. She only used the green bell peppers. But I flipped it. I use green and red bell peppers because I like how it look in the rice. All right, so now I'm gonna get this next phase going. Miss Sullivan, I seen the order come through. Miss Sullivan is love. So this is some herbs from out of the garden. This is some thyme. This is thyme right here. I'm gonna drop some thyme in this mortar. This is some fresh oregano. Dropping this oregano in here. Some more oregano. I'm dropping the leaves in this mortar. And this is some rosemary. Getting a few pieces of this rosemary, dropping it in there. And then I'm gonna get some, cut down low. I'm gonna get some of this sea salt. Drop some of this in here. And I'm gonna get some peppercorn. Drop some peppercorn in that. And now, I'm gonna get a little bit of this cilantro. I ain't washed this cilantro yet. I'm washing it off real quick. I'm gonna put some of the cilantro in here. And then I'm about to get to a Q&A. I want to help some people lose weight on this live. You know, I've been giving out game along the way, but it's already 8 o'clock. Buddha! Buddha Supreme! Y'all, just making sure y'all up. It's already 8. I'm about to be done cooking in probably about 15 minutes. All right, so, all right. There goes some cilantro, I dropped that. And now what I do, I take this mortar, or the paste, I think it's called the pestle? Whatever, I grind all this up together. I love this mortar, man. I got this on Amazon. This is volcanic rock. And it's just something about mixing these raw ingredients for the flavor, the raw herbs. Look how it look. And then I'm gonna get some of this garlic. Get some of this garlic. Give it a quick rinse. This rice ready to go. Let me see what the chicken looking like. All right, I'm about to cut this chicken up. I'm gonna cut this chicken up to 475. Now I cut the chicken up to 475. Remember, I got them chicken. If you've been on this whole live, you seen when I cleaned them chicken drumsticks, and the way I peeled that skin back, and the way I cleaned it up real good, and I got the season up underneath the skin, and the way I season that thing. You're gonna see that in a minute. I'm cooking that chicken for my sons. They still eat chicken. I'm not gonna eat it, but they like chicken. But that chicken right there gonna be busted, cause I'm finna put this. This is gonna be the last layer of flavor for that baked chicken. It's already full of flavor. It don't even need this. But this is what take it up to a whole nother level. So watch how this come together. So I got garlic in here. I got thyme, oregano, rosemary, and cilantro, and sea salt and peppercorn. So look. Ooh! Now, I take this coconut oil. I need to put coconut oil on the list. We about out. And I drop it in here. save a little bit. I gotta get some more coconut oil tomorrow. All right, now I drop that in there, and now I mix it all together. This is like, it's like a butter. It's like, I use this to make garlic bread too. The same exact mixture right here. I use this on my garlic bread. We use this on naan when we make it. Flatbread, we use this. When I barbecue, bake, I put this in rice often. Noodles. It's like it just takes everything to the next level. It just makes everything so juicy and full of flavor. Look how I look. Drop some fire emojis in the comments if you like the way this look. If this look like something good that you will smash, it's all natural, man. Drop some fire emojis in the comments. Let me see who pulled up in here, man, to pull it apart. Put it apart. Whether what they do, man. George, I see you, man. Lovely, what's good? Wellness, that's love. Crystal, what they do, Crystal? Kelly Watson, what's good, Kelly? Sonia. Hey, go ahead and taste it. Look, you go like this. I'm already knowing what's going on with that. Full of flavor. Now, what I do, I take a piece of this lemon and I squeeze that in there. And just kind of like cut everything. Mix this all together. Ooh, there it is. And now, now we got the sauteed peppers, bell peppers and onions and salt and pepper for the perlo rice. We got the natural jasmine rice right here. I take this and I drop it in the rice. This is the flavor of the perlo rice. And then I need this. Then I mix it up. And that's how you make perlo rice, y'all. You make this for your family, they're gonna be like, geez, what's this? If you ain't never make it for them before, they're gonna be like, oh, this rice fire. How what's this? When you started making this? Either you could do one or two things. You could be like, man, it came to me, and you know what I mean? You could lie and be like, it just came to me. You know, some people, you give them the game, and then they go and they show somebody else, and they act like it came from them. You could do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I probably done it a few times back in the days. Or you could be like, man, I was watching Jabez on the live, and it's his Grandma Lois recipe, man. You could do that too. You feel me? Either way, I ain't tripping. The truth always comes to the light. You know what I'm saying? It always ends up coming to the light. That's all I gotta do is just keep it real. Now look. Look how I look. That's the perlo rice, y'all. Let me taste and see where we're at. Perfect. All right, so now I'm about to make the salad. I'm gonna make a Caesar salad real quick, and then I'm about to put some of this coconut oil mixture, this garlic coconut herbal spread, on top of this baked chicken, and put it back in the oven and blast it with some heat real quick just to finish it off. I'm washing this salad spinner off real quick. Give me a second, because I gotta clean this lettuce for the salad. Matter of fact, do we got some lettuce already? Hold on. I think I'm about to... No, we must have used it. I'm thirsty. Shout out to everybody that pulled up and put it in part, man. Just know it's all love. We cooking and we thinking. All right. It's already 8:11. I am behind schedule, y'all. I'm getting a hot hand for the chicken. Let me grab this. Move this out the way. Let me go like this, matter of fact. And now let me get this out of the oven. Ooh! Hold on, let me get the other hot hand so I can show it. Look at that chicken. It got a lot of juice in it. Hold on. I don't want to pour too much of this juice out. But I want to be able to show y'all. Ooh! There you go. Now, if you could smell this, you'll know what time it is just from smelling it. Now, the mixture that I just made right here, I take this. And I put it on top of the chicken. I put this herbal, garlic, olive, coconut oil mixture right on top of this chicken. Dog, when I say this chicken gonna be so fire, sometimes when I'm cooking, my barbecue game is crazy. But all I eat now, really, if I eat animal, is gonna be fish with scales and fins. But sometimes I'll be making steak or chicken, and I'll have just cause I'll cook it for the family, and they'll be like, and they're going crazy about how good it is, and I'll like have a couple bites. But with chicken, I always end up spitting it out, but I just want to taste it because it's just crazy good, dog. So I'm dropping this mixture on top of this chicken just to take this thing up another 2-3 notches. And then the last thing I do, you'll see when I take it out the oven, I drizzle it down with lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon. Now watch this. Take a look at that. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Oh, if you can smell this right now. Look at that. Oh my God. Dwayne Caesar, I just seen the order come through. It's all love. I showed you how I did it from start to finish. If you're just pulling up to the live, I'm gonna post this live on my YouTube channel. You can watch it. I believe I titled this Dinner with Jabez Baked Chicken. And I'll leave it up for at least a week. Probably about a week. I'll leave it up. So if you want to go back and write down the way, I put it together, because you can fast forward through it. You know what I mean? Make it for yourself. Feel free, man. Trust me. You make chicken like this, you're going to make your family happy. They're going to be like, dang, dog. Like, what? All right. So now let me get this salad going. Cut a little bit of salad up. Shout out to everybody that clean their meat before they prepare food for their family. Pause. I didn't mean for it to sound like that, but like clean their chicken real good. Shout out to everybody that care about, care enough to clean it first. Cause you gotta think, man. You don't know what happened when that chicken in that pack. You don't know what happened before it got in that pack. So it's good to wash that chicken off real good. Fish, same thing. Everything, same thing. Clean it up, man. Clean it up first before you cook it. And you'll feel better about yourself. And on top of that, if you're not doing that now, I'm saying, and on top of that, it'll taste better too. You'll notice the taste is way better when you do that. All right, now we about ready to go. I'm about to blast this thing on a high heat. I'm putting it on 500 degrees. All right. I'm gonna wash this lettuce off real good, real quick. gonna make a little Caesar salad with this. And we're gonna get this thing going, y'all. Then I'm gonna do a Q&A. I wanna answer some questions. Anybody got any questions about weight loss? I wanna give out some game. We're doing a Mother's Day sale. We extended the sale. I'm gonna drop a little bit of the spring mix of lettuce in here just to mix it up. We extended the sale, so if anybody wanna grab a copy, it's 50% off. I push the sale back until tomorrow. I'm gonna take it down. We got the discount link from my book, Life Matters, so let's eat like it. I break the principles down, how I lost 100 pounds eating food just like this. I lost the weight still eating the foods that I love to eat. So I make it easy to understand how to choose the right versions, better versions of foods that you like. So this way you could lose weight while you, look at this, the salad spinner. Same thing with the salad, man. And your fruits and vegetables, you gotta clean them. I like the salad spinner because you do it like this, but then the salad be wet. I remember I used to not even clean. I used to get salad out the bag and just put the dressing on it and eat it. My wife got the salad spinner, right? And I was like, you always just buying something we don't even need. And she was like, whatever, I bought it. Why are you complaining? I'm like, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. And she was like, whatever. And then she did it, and then she pulled the salad out, and I looked at the water, and it was so dirty. I was like, dang, dog, so I've been eating all this time? She started laughing. She was like, yeah, but I thought I wasted my money. I was like, you was right. I was wrong. But look, it's dope when you, that's how you dry off the salad after you clean it off. Just grab my book. Sheeta, that's love. Feel free to keep us in the loop on your journey. Our customer service email, my wife check it every day. I be checking it too, and she be telling me what people be writing. Keep us in the loop through our customer service emails, brilliantmindedllc@gmail.com, man. We want to know what, we want to know how everything going, you know what I mean? Bomb. Look at all that extra water just came off that lettuce. Darnell, I just seen the order come through. Darnell White. It's all love. All right, so now we ready to go. I'm gonna make this salad, and we ready. And we ready. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Yeah. Make this Caesar salad. Now, salad dressing is one of them things. I lost 100 pounds, and it's hard to find all natural salad dressing. We actually got sauce recipes in the cookbook. I got some dressing recipes in there. But I just look for the ones with the fewest chemicals. Panera Bread, I like their Caesar. But I lost, the dressing wasn't a big thing for the weight for me. So people ask me, what about dressing? It's hard for me to find dressings I like. That's one place where I kind of, break my rules, is with salad dressings. But I do look for the ones with the least amount. So sometimes I say, even if it's making a decision in the right direction. If I look at a salad dressing and it got 6 chemical looking names and then the other one got 2, I'll pick the one with 2. And I just keep looking for the ones when I find the one that I like how it tastes with the fewest amount of chemicals. I go with that. You know what I mean? And then I make it myself too, but I don't always make the dressing myself. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know it'd be better too, I don't always do that. Because I be busy, man. We got 5 kids. You know what I mean? I be on go all day. Oh my God, that chicken look good. All right, now. All right, so let me mix this up. All right, y'all, the food ready. You heard me? The food is ready. We got a Caesar salad, simple Caesar. We're just gonna do a simple Caesar. I'm not serious. I'm ready to eat. And we're gonna get this thing going, y'all. And there it is. I'm about to plate this food, and then what I'm gonna do is I want to do a Q&A, man. Anybody got any weight loss questions? Get them ready. Feel free to drop them. Any foods that you're having a hard time with, that you feel like is making it hard for you to lose weight. Any questions that you got? I want to answer questions here in a minute. You know what I mean? This is cooking and thinking, man, with Jabez. Anytime we cooking, we thinking. We ain't just thinking about how to make it taste good. We making sure we're using the best ingredients, you know, that fit our budget. And we're being intentional. Say, what's up, man?
What's up?
All right, so getting this chicken out of here. Look at that. Whoop, there it is. Oh, I just burnt myself. Dang.
You alright?
I'm straight. But look, so now I drizzle this lemon on top of this chicken like this. And that's that, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Woo! Take a look. That's the final product right there. That's the final product right there, y'all. Dustin Glaspie, I just seen the order come through. Dustin is love. Oh my God. And then we got the Perlo rice. Shout out my grandma Lois. This is a classic old school recipe. We got that going. And we got the Caesar salad. You know what I mean? And that's that. Here you go.
But it's only for one roll.
Let me here you go, boo. I'll make fix your plate real quick.
Okay.
Just for to make this thing quicker. Alright, y'all, let me fix these plates up real quick. That's enough rice, Makai?
Yeah, little more. Hungry.
It's just it's the boys, man. It's just us for the next few days at the house. All the girls in New Orleans right now. For my, it's a Mother's Day surprise and my wife's birthday. Our son Supreme birthday right around the corner, and our son Buddha birthday right here, about to fix his plate. Y'all wish Buddha a happy birthday on the live, man.
My birthday ain't happened yet.
He's right around the corner in about a month, on the 8th next month. What's the date today?
May
11th,
something.
I think.
The 11th. So it's in less than a month. And then Supreme on the 24th. And then our wife is on the 23rd. And birthdays dropping back to back.
A lot of people said happy birthday.
Oh, they say happy birthday, Buddha. And then look. Let me give you a little salad. How many pieces of chicken you want?
3.
I'm gonna give you 2, and if you eat those, you give you another one.
Okay.
There it is. Look at the plate. And I'm saying, I ate meals like this my whole weight loss journey. I eat like this to this day. I'm not capping. That's why I like to cook. And I like to show. I've been going live cooking like this for a couple years now, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Because time always shows the truth. There's a lot of people out here capping, man. So I like to, I figure if I just stay consistent and keep showing and telling the truth over and over and over and over again. You might not believe me today, but if you notice I've been talking about the same thing for 5 years, and you notice I look just as good 5 years from now as I do now, or better, you're gonna be like, dang. And you're gonna see I was eating good the whole time. I'm showing you in real time. This is real talk, man. I lost 100 pounds eating amazing foods. I wrote this book to explain how I lost 100 pounds eating the foods that I love to eat. Where's my picture at? Here you go, right here. We doing a 50% off sale. I make it real easy to understand how anybody could do the same thing. We've helped thousands of people lose weight. You know what I'm saying? This was me in 2014. You You know? So if you got to go to lose weight, our books will help. We got a family cookbook too, full of recipes that fit the principles. Now, what I like to do with never mind. I'm just gonna put a little bit of salad down. I'm just gonna make a little salad. Supreme! You ain't hungry? Huh? The food ready, man. It's crazy. I'm not even really that hungry right now. That's gonna be my dinner right there, y'all. But you know what though? Matter of fact, I take that back. I'm gonna get a little piece of this naan bread my wife made the other day. This bread right here is fire. I'm gonna have a little bread with this meal. Look at this naan bread right here. But it's not even naan bread. It's like different, but it's kind of like naan bread. But I'm finna put this in the air fryer. Y'all say happy birthday to Supreme too. His birthday coming up on the 24th. Right here. Right here. It's his birthday coming up on the 24th. Y'all say happy birthday to Supreme. You know what I'm saying? This Supreme L Israel. Say what's up to the live, man. Look, happy day. David say happy birthday. Erica say happy birthday. David Nelson, I just seen the order come through. David is love. Look at the happy birthdays, man. You see him? You don't want to look?
I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, you ain't got your glasses on? I feel you, dog. So I just, you know what I mean? I'm finna eat this and we about to get into it, y'all. We're gonna do a weight loss conversation. My name is Jabez Del Israel. I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life, man. That's a lot of people. So it's just consistency. It's just consistency. Cause the thing about it is, my goal isn't to help 1 million people get down to their natural body size. It's to help 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. Tori English, I just seen the order come through. Tori is love. My thing, and I talk about this in my book too. I was going up and down with my weight. I used to exercise to lose the weight. I would lose some, and then I stopped exercising. David Nelson, I feel like you just placed an order. I seen the order come through. David is love. And then when I stopped exercising, I gained it right back. I tried different diets. I tried weight loss pills. And I would lose the weight and then gain it back. Shania Thomas, I seen the order come through. Is love. That's crazy. Shania Thomas was the last order, Buddha. That's crazy. Have you ever tried raspberry Keystone supplement? No, I don't know about that. Do you drink coffee sometimes? I never did, but I started picking it up. Espresso with a walnut maple syrup mixture, and because I've been so busy lately, dog, I started drinking coffee, and it's been helping me. Like, I drink it like around 2-3 o'clock, and it's been kind of like charging me up. I just telling my wife, like, damn, I think I'm starting to get addicted to coffee, because now I drink it like 3-4 days a week now, and I'm like, I need to chill. But yeah, I do sometimes. I put a post up about the creamer. If you look on my page, I just warmed this naan bread up. And what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of this coconut oil mixture and spread it on top of this naan bread to take it up a notch. This is coconut herbal blend, look at that. On that naan bread. And I'm gonna have a little bit of this bread with this meal, man. And this is what I'm eating for dinner right here, man. And here we go. Simple meal, perlo rice, Caesar salad, and naan bread, baby. Could you eat this hour? Have you tried doing overcoming how much coffee do you drink a day? I don't drink it every day. How do you get and they're coming in too fast. What's your workout regimen like? I walk. I lost the weight without working out. I did walk, but I always walked. I like even when I was overweight, I was getting outside and walking. I like to walk. I just like to. I like, you know what I mean? Clear my mind. Every day I get outside and walk around. But I gained weight because I was eating too many processed foods and chemicals. If you really had to sum it up, that basically was the real issue. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the ingredients in the food that I was eating, and I didn't understand processed foods. That's why I talk about enriched foods a lot. Granulated sugar is a processed food. Iodized salt is a processed food. You know what I mean? And a lot of these chemicals are processed, and they add the processed chemicals on top of the processed food. And our bodies don't break these things down the same as natural foods. And so I went through a process of, you're welcome. I went through a process of getting more strategic and cutting processed foods out. Mostly was like 70% of the battle right there. And the weight came off me without exercising. Can you please, do you like chicken pot pie? I used to love it. I don't really eat chicken like I used to. They always say if you want to lose weight, I can't eat after 6. I'm assuming you're saying can't. Yeah, and I believe that it's better to eat during the day before the sun go down. But I think it's also interesting to note, I still eat when the sun go down to this day. Like, I lost the weight eating when I felt like it, really. So what I realized for me was say it again?
Yeah, too much rice.
You have what?
2 more chickens and some rice.
You got one more chicken? See how you feel?
Yeah.
That chicken fire?
It's actually super good.
I'm telling you, I already know that chicken was good. And some rice. Eat that salad too this time.
I did.
Well, no, you didn't. It's right there, man.
Yeah, I ate some.
Eat the rest of it, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
All right?
Alright.
Why no chicken? I stopped eating with the animal flesh, right? For me, the truth is in 2020, to make a long story short, in 2020 I read the whole Bible. It took me like a year and a half. I finished the end of 2021. But in the Old Testament, in the book of Leviticus, there's dietary laws, and I did not know this. After I read it, I felt away. After I lost the weight and I reflected on life, I started feeling the way about the churches that I went to, and I was wondering why they didn't teach me better about food. Because it's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? There's laws. And one of the laws is, for example, like if it's an animal that come out of the water, it has to have scales and fins. So then I realized, because catfish don't got scales. And then I thought about all the things that I ate that didn't have scales and fins. Like I liked conch, shrimp, crabs, lobster. I was eating all them things. And then I went to think about it, like, everything that don't got scales and fins do look weird. Like lobsters look like bugs. I'm like, dang, shrimps look like little bugs. Like I was like, I just was like, we probably ain't supposed to eat those. And it was, so I was reading the laws, right? And so in the laws, one of the laws too was that any animal there was laws about the specific animals that we can and can't eat. And then there was a law that said any animal, if we do eat, it has to be ceremonially clean. So when I looked into that, I realized that when I buy food from the grocery store,
There's no way for me to know if it was ceremonially clean or not. There's no way for me to know how it was raised. A ceremonially clean animal have to be raised in a natural environment, eating its natural diet without blemish. It can have no cancer in it, and it has to be killed properly. Without it seeing coming. It can't be panicking. Like when you kill it, you got to kill it quickly, so don't go through pain and suffering. With respect, and you got to drain the blood the correct way. So it's like a ceremonially clean animal. When I go to the grocery store and I get it, there's no way for me to know if it's ceremonially clean or not. It's already packaged up. And then when I went to looking deeper into like the facilities where most of this meat come from, it's nowhere near ceremonially clean. So I still eat it sometimes, but I feel like I'm violating when I eat it. And it said there in the Bible, say, even if a man is unaware, if he violates, basically along the lines of say, even if a man is unaware, if he violates this law, he is guilty. They say that in the Bible. And so I was like, dang. So I started making changes after I learned that. And what happened was my blessings started going up. Crazy. My blessings started going up crazy. And so once I peeped that, Susan Warren, I seen the order coming through, came through Susan is Love. When I seen how I went viral on TikTok, my book, right when my book was getting edited, I went viral on TikTok. And then I went viral on Instagram. And then I went viral on YouTube. Right now I'm going viral on Facebook. Zakiya Williams, I just seen the order come through is Love. The book went to selling crazy, hit #1 in multiple categories, and we dropped a family cookbook. All our children wrote a prayer in the book for whoever read it, which made him a co-author. My wife wrote the whole cookbook, is most of her recipes. So we all co-authored the book. We're a family it hit #1 in multiple categories. We're a family full of best-selling authors right now today. And like the connections, the people the phone numbers that I got in my phone, it blow my mind sometimes. I got people I could call that'll pick up that own airplanes, that fly them themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like jets, like private jets, it's like theirs. And they like a pilot and they like fly it. And I could call them. Like shout out Gary Cox, shout out Dave Kaufman. Dave Kaufman let me fly his plane. I put the post up. What I'm saying is, none of this type of such activity was going on. Nowhere near this type of activity was going on before I started following them rules. So once I started seeing all of these blessings, like I just started to peep the blessings. I was like, man, I'm sticking, But I'm not going to sit here and claim like I'm perfect. Sometimes I violate. But I feel guilty when I do, and I keep getting, like, the space in between violations kind of keep getting longer and longer. So I feel like, eventually I'll be all the way over it. I found out some concerning thing about beef, very concerning things about beef just the other day that made me want to stop eating beef too, because I eat steak more than I eat chicken. But what I found out about the beef, it made me not even want to, it made me have to like, dang, because now once I learned what I just learned, I get my clothes, I get my shirts over here on 20th Street from Mo. And he owned multiple stores and, an international property owner, whatever. He's a cool guy. Very, very smart. He's Muslim. And he got family. His wife's Hispanic from Panama. Sharice Welsh. I just seen the order come through. Sharice is Love. But anyways, long story short, he was telling me this last time I went and got some clothes from him that I was going to get customized. He was telling me about his wife's family and how his wife's uncle, his wife's uncle's dad, someone in her family, their dad died and left them like $6 million in multiple houses and property. And one of the properties had a bunch of cows. And he was saying that, he was telling me like a whole history about that, what happened after he inherited the money, and it was a very interesting story. But a part of the story came out that them cows, the feed, one of his friends was selling cow feed. Kimberly Doolittle, I just seen the order come through. It's love, and he was selling cow feed in Mexico and in the U.S. And he was saying how he found out how common it was. Carrie Wersh, I seen the order come through. Is love. Tawana Wright, I just seen the order come through. Is love. And these orders just flooding in. All praises to the Creator of all things, man. Hallelujah, Yahweh. I know what it's like to be in poverty, man. So I don't want to never forget. You know what I'm saying? I feel so blessed right now. But the point I'm trying to make, right? He was telling me about the dude that owned the cows, right? He also had a friend that sold cow feed, a big company in Mexico and a big company in the U.S. And he was saying how in the U.S. how common it is and how under the rug it is that they're connected with other people that have big companies that sell pork and pig product, and like the bones and like the guts and the ears and the hooves, like they grind it all up into like super grind it up, and they mix it with the cow feed and they sell it for super cheap. They sell it for super cheap to the cow feed companies, and the cow feed, they put it in the cow feed and they mix it with the vegetation, like, because cows don't eat meat. Cows only eat vegetation, but what it does is it makes the cows get real big. But it also causes the cows to get sick and cancer. And that's where mad cow disease came from. And it was like inside information. The way he was telling me, I was like, no. He was like, yeah. And he was like, that's why I don't even eat beef like that, because I'm Muslim. I can't eat pork. And them cows is eating pork. And I was like, no, I don't eat pork either, dog. So nothing about that process right there is ceremonially clean according to the Bible, for what it's worth. So that's, it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate what's going on. So basically, that's why I'm so into agriculture and understanding how to work with the elements myself and connecting with other people that are doing it, so I don't have to be reliant on going into the grocery store and buying food that's already bagged up and I don't know where it came from. I'm still dependent. I'm dependent-minded. I'm not dependent-minded, but I am, because I have not broke free of my dependencies of convenience stores and restaurants yet. I'm not self-sufficient, self-reliant. I don't have a network of people that I can go and get all natural food from. I don't. I'm not there yet, but I believe I'll get there. I got to go to be there in no more than 5 years. Is that bread a recipe in the book? Nah, but we do got a flatbread in there, and we do got tortillas, and it'll be in the next cookbook. Matter of fact, this is going to be in our meal plan. We putting together a meal plan right now as we speak. It's going to be a part of our Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. We're going to be launching that in about 3 weeks. We're going to start marketing it, and we're going to be taking groups through a 30-day reprogramming. And it's going to be a weight loss community. It's going to be weight loss resources. We got a whole platform where we got modules and a course housed on the platform, and we're going to be doing weekly group coaching calls. It's going to be lit, man. So that's coming up. But a part of that offer, we're going to have the meal plan in there. Every day we got meals that are like this, that fit these principles with the right ingredients. And man, I'm gassed up about it. I'm telling you, that's amazing. Christian, that's love. It's been a while. Uncle Jay, where's the cookbook? It's right here. It's right here, man. This thing is going up, man. This cookbook is 62 recipes that fit the principles of my book. And shout out my wife and kids. Ask them, and all our children wrote a prayer in the book, which made them a co-author. For whoever read it, it's their prayer from them to you. And then also I got this idea, which I've never seen this before. I put a 4-part video series in this cookbook because I wanted people to understand, if you buy this cookbook and you didn't buy the book and you're not really familiar with the principles of what I represent, and it's really it's called the Naturalite lifestyle. I'm not a vegan, I'm a Naturalite. Basically, you can sum it up with I choose natural food options over processed chemical foods. if you had to sum it up, it's a little more deeper than that, but that's pretty much it. So if you're unfamiliar with the principles, when you watch this 4-part video series, it's called Rooted in Nature. I break it down in video format to make it easy to understand why these recipes are going to be helping you lose weight. Because if all you eat are these recipes, you'll notice your weight will be coming down. We got chicken recipes in there, steak recipes in there, vegan friendly recipes, vegetarian recipes, cooked recipes, raw recipes. We got sauces, we got breads, we got desserts, chocolate chip cookies. Megan, Danielle, I seen the order come through. German chocolate cake, banana nut bread. We got a donut recipe in there. You got to order his book for him to acknowledge you. Not true. You got to look to whoever wrote that. I'm live on 5 different phones. I got 2 TikTok pages, a YouTube page, an Instagram page, and a Facebook page. And I'm trying to give out information, and I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. And I have a slight case of dyslexia. So it's kind of hard for me to read, like my words be getting jumbled up. So I'm dealing with that, all of that simultaneously. So if I miss comments, that's why. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. Not like, oh, I'm not gonna answer you if you don't buy a book from me. It ain't that. What's on the plate? So it was Perlo rice, which that recipe is in our family cookbook. A Caesar salad, and I got some bread my wife made. It's like naan bread, but different. And it's fire. I also made some baked chicken for my sons. But I don't really eat chicken like that, but this is the baked chicken. And this thing is so full of flavor. If anybody got any questions about weight loss, feel free to drop them. If I catch it, I'm gonna answer it. How long miles do you walk a day? Probably like on average, probably about a mile. I walk down to the lake and I go down there, and that's where I do a lot of my work. I do a lot of work on social media, like, you know what I'm saying? And also, just work, I work off my phone. So I be outside, I like to work outside, and I walk down to the lake and I go down there and meditate too. I like to meditate, and I walk barefoot. Everybody in the neighborhood know I walk barefoot every day. I'd be grounded. And it's like a half mile there to the lake and a half mile back. So I walk about a mile a day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. How do I get the book? I appreciate that question, Beverly. I got a discount link underneath. We extended our Mother's Day sale. We did a 50% off sale for Mother's Day. I got the discount link under my profile picture on my homepage. So if you look under my profile picture, you'll see the finger pointing down. Absolutely, I appreciate you, Queen. You'll see the finger pointing down to it, and you could just click that. It'll take you to our website. Click the book that you want. You'll see the regular price at first. Don't worry about it. On every page, I got the discount link up. So when you click checkout, on the checkout page, you'll see that price get cut by 50% on the page that you pay on. So if you want to grab a copy, feel free. How do you feel about peanut butter, eating peanut butter by itself? I used to do that all the time. Peanut butter is the same thing. I read the ingredients. All that should be in peanut butter is peanuts. You can sweeten it up with some agave. If they do put sweetener in it, you want to look for like a raw cane sugar, or like if it just says sugar, or I keep looking. But you want to just use a peanut butter or any type of like almond butter. You want to use, just read the ingredients and try to make sure it's all natural or as close to all natural as possible. Maurice Rhodes, I seen the order come through as love. Do you still eat basmati? I do. But mostly jasmine rice, because that's what me and my wife got 5 kids. So they like jasmine rice. I like basmati rice just as much, but they don't like basmati rice as much. I love basmati rice. Ebook is available also. Good deal. Appreciate you, Ebony. That's love. Just purchased a cookbook. Thank you. Pink Dreams. That's love. Keep us in the loop on your journey, man. Our customer service email. My wife checked that throughout the day. We on top of our emails, so feel free to keep us in the loop. We care. We want to know what's going on. Helene Brown. I seen the order come through. Helene is love. Do you still? I need to lose 40 pounds. I'm 46 years old, female. Don't know how to start. All right, Biba. Let me ask you this, Biba. When you buy food from the grocery store, do you read the ingredients every time you pick something up and put it in the basket? Yes or no? Keep it real. Drop it in the comments. I'm trying to help right now. Ms. Reg, same question. I'm asking you the same question. I won't lie, good. What you just said right there is good. Yeah, that let me know you on the path. You kept it real. No. All right, so check it out. Start there. Don't let yourself pick up something and put it in the pack without reading the ingredients. Start there. Just read the ingredients. And even when you read the ingredients, you'll start to notice things. For example, like with the rice, I talk about enriched foods all the time. Let me show you an example. Like with rice, I used to always get the white long grain enriched rice, Biba, right? This is the rice that I would always get, say enriched. When you read the ingredients, you'll see in the rice, all that should be in rice is the type of rice plant. Like when you look at this rice right here, when you look at the ingredients, you see right here, it say jasmine rice, right? That's all you see, jasmine rice. Tanya, I just seen the order come through, Tanya's love. When you look at these ingredients, what you see is enriched long grain rice, niacin, iron, ferric orthophosphate, thiamine mononitrate, folic acid. Look how long that list of ingredients is in this rice. These are all synthetic nutrients that was added to this rice to replace the natural nutrients that was lost during the enrichment process. So when you read the ingredients, you'll start to notice things like this. Start to look for the things that you like that have the fewest ingredients that fit your budget, and with words that you know. Like if it's big long, like thiamine, look, ferric orthophosphate, that look crazy. Or then they say, oh, well, that's just a scientific name for vitamins, bro. You weren't paying attention in school? I really wasn't, no. No, I wasn't, man. I kind of was. I kind of was, actually. I was, But, so if you start right there, Queen, and just always look at the ingredients and just start using logic from there is that's the best place to start. And then get on the scale every day. Pay attention. Get on the scale in the morning after you use the bathroom. Candace Moore, I just seen the order come through. Appreciate you, it's love. Get on the scale in the morning after you use the bathroom, and get on the scale at night before you lay down every day. And think about, it'd be even better if you take a food journal and write down your food choices, and especially pay attention to the ingredients of everything that you write down. Think about, what did I eat today and what did I eat yesterday? And then what you'll start to see is the pattern. You'll see how your weight fluctuate. You'll see what you eat, your weight gonna spike. Even if you eat all natural food, when you eat at the end of the day, your weight is gonna go up.
Can I have some dark chocolate?
Yeah. But
the dinner was amazing. Like,
bet that up.
One of the best boy party dinners in the world.
That's live. I'm glad you liked it, man.
No, it's seriously super good.
I know, man. That's live. We got it going on, man. You know what I'm saying? He cooking, man. He whipped up an egg sandwich the other day. Had the whole house smelling good. I was like, dang, you made that? He's like, yeah. I was like, man, all my sons, especially Buddha cooking way better than I was at his age. They gonna be way better than me. I'm already knowing they gonna take it to another level. But where was I? Biba, yeah, that's pretty much where I would, if I were you, I would start there. And tune in, watch my content and soak up the game. If money tight, I give out the game. You know what I mean? I wrote my book too. I put everything right here. If you read this book, Garcia Tobles. I just seen the order come through as love. I break it down. I break the principles down in the book. Now, what I like about this book too, once you read the whole thing, it makes sense. At the end, I made a 10-point checklist. And I instruct everybody to write this down on a piece of paper. These are 10 questions. Every time you eat, if you can't answer yes to all of these questions, then you're eating the wrong version of whatever you're about to eat. So if you can't check off all 10 of them boxes, Danielle, I just seen the order come through. Jerry Lawson, I just seen the order come through as love. If you can't check off all 10 of them boxes, you're eating the wrong version. And then you got to keep looking for a version where you can check off all 10 of them boxes. That checklist will keep you on track. So as long as you pay attention to what you're eating today and yesterday, weigh yourself in the morning and at night, pay attention to and you'll start to see over time the way your body weight fluctuate compared to your choices. And if you follow these principles, you'll see your weight will be going up and down, but it'll be like this. It'll be trending down. And that's how you're gonna know you on the right track. I hope that works. I hope that helped, Bieber. I hope that helped. Can you do more alternatives for groceries? Well, see, that's why I kind of, I do videos on it, and I kind of like short content videos. I'm gonna be doing more long content videos, but I kind of like to drive home. I kind of like what I'm concerned about. Why? Okay, let me say it like this. As far as like giving people alternatives and like showing like, oh, this, you can get this brand and this brand and this brand. Like Brandy Anderson, I just seen the order come through as love. Why I don't like to give that type of advice is because one of the things I'm most proud about is I was able to identify within myself the fact that I have been programmed. I'm programmed to this day. I'm taking on programs whether I'm aware of it, and oftentimes when I'm not. When I looked into programming, it blew my mind how deep it go. You got NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, using words and repetitive words to program minds. You have visual program, visual stimuli, light, beams, particles. Like when we're looking at the phone, it's visual stimuli mixed with audio stimuli, which is frequencies through music and hertz, which can program minds. There's different types of programming happening simultaneously around us, right? So one of the ways I was programmed was to choose food based on what I got a taste for, and to choose food based on how the packaging look and the price that it is. So I was programmed to look for brands when I go in the grocery store, to shop by the brand. We've been programmed into materialism and a structure of business, and everything is kind of about money in this country. So because of that, if I show a whole bunch of different brands that you could switch out for other brands, why I don't like to give that type of advice is because I've literally seen, for example, like Simply. Simply is a brand called Simply that make almond milk and different plant-based milks. Janelle made, I just seen the order come through. Janelle is love. Can y'all take these dogs out? I'm about to get off this live in like 10 minutes and y'all can start cleaning up. Y'all heard me? Whoever got to take the dogs out, take them out. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I fed them yet. My bad, y'all. Y'all ain't eat, huh? Hold on, let me feed them first. Hold on. Hold on, y'all, my bad. But I seen, it was a brand called Simply, right? I seen, so like when it first came out, it was all natural. Like the almond milk, all it had was almonds and water in the ingredients. It was made with purified water and almonds. And the vanilla almond milk was made with purified water, natural vanilla, and raw cane sugar. And so I was like, bet. So I was getting the Simply brand, right? So I was getting the Simply brand of almond milk. And then I was just buying it. I was just picking it and throwing it. I knew right where to go to get the almond milk I like, Simply. And then I probably bought it 10 times without looking at the ingredients. And then something told me to read the ingredients, and they changed. The ingredients changed. And then I looked into it and I seen that they were bought out. Teresa Wilson. I just seen the order come through. Teresa's love. And the packaging looked exactly the same. They ain't changed nothing about the front of the pack, but the ingredients changed. And I've seen that happen at least 20 times in the last 10 years. Brands that were all natural changed the ingredients and the packaging looked the same. So that's why I don't like to give that type of advice. I give the advice to always read the ingredients, and I don't care about the brand. I don't care at all. It ain't about what you did yesterday. It's about what you're doing right now. Sergio, Sergio, I just seen the order come through. It's love. It ain't about what you did yesterday. It's about what you're doing right now. And the only way for me to know what you selling that's on this shelf in front of me right now that you offering for a price is for me to turn the pack around and read the ingredients. So when it comes to finding options, I don't want to make it that easy because then we get lazy. We're already programmed to be lazy-minded. Shanae Phillips. It's not that hard to read the ingredients every time. Now, in the beginning, it's going to take more time. It's a little more inconvenient, but at least over time, it might take you a month or two to know right where to go to get the better versions. But just do a quick look every time before you throw it in the basket. And before you know it, it'll take the same amount of time to shop. It ain't like you're going to have to go through that learning curve. But do that for yourself. I encourage you. Do that for yourself, man. Do that for yourself. Don't trust the brands like that, man. Trust that you can read the ingredients. And then you got people saying about the Yuka app and stuff like this. No shade, but I don't trust them either. Kinet Pain, because guess what? I'm gonna read the ingredients instead, because if they choose to sell that to another company, everybody, 9 out of, the saying, everybody got a price. I don't, but most people got a price. Most people got a price. I'm not afraid to go back to poverty, to be real with you, because I know how I'll bounce back. I'm not afraid to lose it all, because it ain't even about the money. I understand now that it's about bringing people value. I could do that all the time. So it ain't about the money. I don't got a price. You can't buy me. You can give me $1 trillion to do things that are going to hurt people. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to do it. And I have a feeling I will get put to the test on that one. And in that moment, I got a feeling that the creator of all things is right there in the room looking, seeing what his son going to do. And I want to make him proud. Stand for something or fall for nothing. Mary, I just seen the order come through. As love. So yeah, read the ingredients, man. Because guess what? When it comes to that Yuka app, they could, let's say somebody stepped to the app and they say, look, man, I got a product over here. It's in stores nationwide, and the ingredients ain't the best ingredients, but I got 20 million for you to put it in there when you scan it with the Yuka app. I'll give you 20 million right now to say that it's Yuka app approved. 20 million right now. What if they say 20 million? For real? And they say, yeah, 20 million. And they say, all right, when it hit the account, I'll do it. What's your account information? Sign this contract. Bleep. They see it in the account. They go in the app, they recode it. Done data. Now you're in the app saying, Yuka app approved. And you say, oh, good, this one's good for me. So just be careful. That's why I say just read the ingredients, man. It's our dog food, man. It's ground beef and brown rice. We don't feed our dogs that packaged dog food. We don't even do that. You read the ingredients of dog food, it's scary, man. I told my wife, man, I'm like, man, how you gonna say you love our dogs? How are you gonna say we love our dogs, but we feeding them chemicals every day? And she was like, you know what? You got a point, man. So now, we be making them like brown rice, ground beef, chicken, carrots. They like sweet potatoes, sweet peas, different things, like different little mixtures. Here's the dog food right here. Let's see. All right, come on. All right, man. I'm pretty tired and I'm full. And this kitchen is a mess and it's after 9 o'clock. My brothers and sisters, it's been lit. I felt good. I feel like this was a good live. If you like this live, man, drop a yes in the chat. If you like this live, if you got some value from this live, drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who pulled up in here, man. Drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who liked what was going on. Melissa, what's good? Jennifer, what they do, Queen? Davis, what's popping, man? Bieber, what they do, Bieber? Christine, remember what I told you now. Read them ingredients, Bieber. Start right there. Felicia, what's good? King, what's popping? Stop cuffing. What's it? Stop cuffing. What's good, man? Oh, man, tell you what's good. So, look, man, I'm glad y'all liked it. My name is Jabez El Israel. I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life because I lost 100 pounds, but I did it still eating the foods that I like to eat. You know, it's unfortunate in this country that the moral standard has been dropped to a point so low that we are even unaware of the fact that it is that low because we're not taught morality or ethics in school. There is no class on morality or ethics in school. So how are we to even know how bad things, how immoral and unethical things are if we're not even taught what it is? And what's crazy is the whole prison system is built on morals and ethics. That's how, if you ever get locked up, right? If you ever get locked up, you're going to see it's a whole lot of talk going on, people trying to figure out what's their rights? How do I get out of this situation? And everybody in there talking about what to do, or you know what I'm saying? Or you got the other people in there that's just very scared. Charlene Johnson, I seen the order come through as love. So look at that. Everybody in jail confused, don't even really understand how to get out, what to do, don't understand our rights. Because guess what? Everybody that's in jail went to school and wasn't taught ethics. Was not taught morality. So if you study the word moral or ethics and really study it and all the synonyms and words similar, you get a full awareness of what it is and compare that to life and our actions, your actions, and the actions of the people around you. You'll start to see that the food game in the grocery store is unethical. By definition, the majority of the food sold in the grocery store is unethical. So, good news, there are foods in the grocery store sold that are ethical though, or at least more ethical, more natural, more compatible with our bodies. So we got to get aware. That's why I wrote my book. That's why I go live. That's why I put the posts I put up. It's just I'm doing my best to guide minds to have a desire to just be at least aware of what I'm putting in my body. And my battery, I just lost Facebook. My battery died. So if you got a goal to lose weight, I encourage you to start there. Embrace a desire within yourself to be aware of what's in the food that you put in your mouth, chew up, and swallow. Because I'm telling you, I lived 31 years unaware of what was in the food I was eating. I was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Top Ramen noodles, Little Debbie snacks, Doritos. I did not even know the ingredients, but I was putting them in my mouth, chewing them up, and swallowing them into my temple. And when I made a choice to be more aware, I started paying attention. I started making different choices. My temple cleaned up, my mind cleaned up, my spirit cleaned up, my creativity increased, my ambition increased, my clarity of ambition increased. I walked my way into my purpose. And then it didn't happen overnight, but by choosing to make a lifestyle out of that place of awareness, it changed my life. And if you got to go to lose weight or if you got to go to improve your life, I pray that you make that same decision and stick to it because it's all about consistency. My brothers and sisters, I hope that helped.
If you gotta go to lose weight, these books will help. This is the last day of the Mother's Day sale. We pushed the sale back 50% off. I got a discount link underneath my profile picture. I make it real easy to understand how to choose a better version or the right version of the foods that we love to eat so we can still eat what we like and lose the weight we want to lose. When you click that discount link on the top of my page under my profile picture, you'll see the regular price on our website at first. But when you get to the checkout page, when you click checkout on that next page, you'll see the price get cut by 50%. So if anybody want to grab a copy, feel free. And just know, my brothers and sisters, I love y'all. Prayers up, blessings up.